interviewing Angel from Motograter. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for interviewing.
No problem. First question, I want to know a little bit more about the actual Motograter instrument because it sounds really cool.
Well, back in '95, Bruce Butler decided that instead of having a band member conform to an instrument, he wanted an instrument to conform to him. So they built this instrument using warehouse metals and
they use chunks of a guitar too, from what I
yeah,
read.
like guts.
Yeah,
pretty much, and like they just did their own thing, and until it worked, and they figured out they landed on something, and they just tweaked it a little bit.
I'm really excited to hear it. I've never heard anything like it before.
Yeah, it's basically like you know, a really deep, gritty bass.
Nice.
You know, so it'll blow your skirt up.
Good thing I'm wearing pants. What is your favorite venue to play here in Denver? And you don't have to say Herman's because...
In Denver?
Yeah.
Hands down, I've always had a blast playing there. The Gothic Theater.
That's my favorite too.
It's a very classy look. We were trying to book the show there. No offense to Herman's, great venue here. We've been treated great so far, and everything's gone smoothly.
Yeah.
We're doing this interview. They gave us a nice plush run to do that.
Yes, they did.
So no harm done, but the Gothic.
Yeah, I can see that. How about in California? Favorite California venue?
Well, thus far, I would have to say it's in Modesto. It's a place called Fat Cat.
Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
It's the sickest.
I used to live in Modesto. My Fat Cat was my favorite place to go.
Well, great minds think alike.
I guess so. You guys have had a lot of interesting lineup changes, including even Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch, right? How do you think that has altered the original sound of Motograter from what it was to what it is now?
Well, you know, no member has just been thrown into the mix. It's all been carefully thought out. Obviously, the influences have to be in the area of what it was, you know, to make that sound. I mean, this is my favorite band. I've said it once, I've said it before, you know, whatever. It's just, I came up on the sound. It wasn't a hard jump for me. I was already sounding like that.
Yeah, okay.
Because of my influences. And other members, you know, you throw a guitar on somebody and how much is their sound going to change, really?
True.
You know, I mean, their style might change.
Yeah.
They might be a little faster, they might be a little cleaner, they might be a little, you know, heavier on the picking, but your tone's mostly going to stay the same. And plus we have Nuke, man. I mean, he wrote that first record that got everybody just to be like, Motograter, so I mean, what more do you want?
Exactly.
You know, if everybody's going to sit there and run their mouth and bitch, then, you know, we don't want you here anyway. You know, because this is about the music. This isn't about, you know,
A big
trying
popularity
to...
contest?
Yeah, or trying to copy what's already been done. It's moving on.
Yeah.
Progressing, evolving. And when you have a guitar player like Nuke, you know, that wrote the first album, your sound's going to be pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I'm a heavier vocalist.
So who are some of your influences then?
You know, Billy Idol got me into rock when I was 5 years old. You know, nobody can deny Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, Lynn Strait, Lane Staley.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are
Dead now?
dead now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, you know, as far as the heavier scene goes, you know, Phil Ensemble, you know, and Ivan Moody, you know,
Yeah.
I can't deny that the dude had influence on me.
Yeah.
And Corey Taylor is one of the best vocalists this world has ever seen, and I don't think half the world's even going to realize it until, unfortunately, he's gone.
Probably,
You know?
unfortunately.
I mean, there's a lot of people that like the knot and everything, but dude, there's not a lot of people that give them the justice they deserve. A lot of people say Volume 3 and All Hope Is Gone are bad albums, they sold out. Dude, they're masterpieces. If you don't realize that, then just stop listening to music.
Yeah.
I'm still eating beer right now.
Go for it. Oh God, you made me forget my question.
Just put your lips where my lips have been.
That's what it was. I want your wildest tour story.
Oh man, wildest tour story.
Can be anything. Violent,
Holy shit!
half-naked chick.
It happened here in Denver.
See?
It was the first tour, reunion of my old band Relevant and Moto, and we were invited to a house that Schizo was vacating, I'll say. And he said, I don't care.
Just do whatever the fuck you want?
Destroy.
Oh,
everything.
God, that must have been fun.
And the night, I remember somebody tried to sit in a chair that was hanging from a ceiling fan. And I asked this, enough said.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it right there. How long were you in Relevant, and what was their sound like, since I wasn't here to hear them?
Well, Relevant was around for about 4 years. I basically, where were we? Relevant.
Yes,
Okay,
Relevant.
well, you know, I formed that band around what I went out and I found a band that was almost what I wanted,
Yeah.
and then their singer wasn't what they needed.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad singer, great singer.
Just wasn't what they wanted.
Just wasn't what they wanted. They were going by Fuse at that time.
Okay.
And I came in and I talked to the guys. I was like, look, you know, this is what I can do.
Yeah.
And everything.
It always sounded
And changed the. It started as like something else that I kind of gathered members from a band that was already existing.
Yeah.
Reformed it, dialed it in, and then members started dropping like flies on that, and I got in other members that were friends of mine, and we were around for about 4 years, and we made it out of state twice, and the motivation that I would have liked to see from the band wasn't there, so I decided that I need to look for something else. I got the opportunity to meet Nuke. I talked to him, and the rest is history.
So you're one of the only original members still in the band, right?
Yeah.
How's
Even though
that
I'm
been
not,
going?
I'm not an original.
Well, you're pretty close.
Right.
Main album original.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So what do you guys think of Denver in comparison to like California as far as the metal scene goes? Go ahead.
I got to answer
Go
that
on.
question because I was kind of, growing up in California, born and raised.
I was born in North Dakota, but I grew up in California.
Okay.
Love California.
Modesto.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. We had a great show there
Yeah.
last time we played, but it was weird because I didn't know the Denver scene until I met Ivan and JR,
Oh yeah.
and so
That's a
I
hell
was
of a way to
like,
get introduced to.
and then I met other guys that had jammed with them, the guys in Synthetic, and amazing, Ryan Ramirez, incredible drummer. I love a lot of those guys are super talented.
Yeah.
Ace was in Moto. Anyways, that kind of struck me how serious Denver takes their music.
Oh yeah.
And
I was all up and down California, and the scene there is good, and I'm not going to knock it, but in Denver, people tend to take things a lot more seriously as far as how good their music should be.
Right.
You get a lot of bands all through, especially in Central California, that just go the whole time they're singing, and they all sound exactly the same.
Right.
But out here, there are a lot of really heavy bands, but they all have their own unique sound. Like just even Nemesis, some of their songs are a lot more mellow and kind of, sweet, but they fucking rip it up too. So
Right.
there's definitely a different level of musicianship in the bands out here, I've noticed.
totally.
Yeah.
I think it's more tightly knit between bands as well. Like a lot of bands, they push for each other. It's not just
yeah.
all for one. Like
Well, and everyone in the
is all
scene
for
here
one.
That's
seems
what I mean.
to
It's
try
not.
to work
It's
with
not all
everyone else,
them.
too.
Is what I meant to say. And I was starting to go into. It is all for one. Like
Yeah.
everybody's real tight.
So is there anything you guys have coming up that you want to promote? Because now's the time to tell me.
Yeah, this whole tour.
Alright,
whole tour.
alright.
Like, Facebook us, friend us.
Okay.
Like,
And I will include all the
Post on our-
Facebook information, of course.
post your comments on the videos. This tour's been really cool. It's kind of a bump up, and we're really excited. My mom's coming here tonight.
Cool.
Yeah, dude, she's flying in from Cali for Mother's
Nice,
Day. So
nice.
it's a special
This
night.
is my Mother's Day present, actually.
Yay!
We got family here with JR. He's gonna come
Yeah.
up and he's gonna do a song.
Bye, honey.
That's pretty much the interview because I got. All right.
Okay.
Unless you want to add something, go ahead.
Yeah,
We love
just,
you.
just that.
No, put it. No, we need the.
Just that we're working on.
Okay.
We're working hard on the album. We're looking towards a 2012 release date.
Cool. I can't wait.
It's working hard. Like, we don't want to give out anything. I know we've pushed dates back. I know that we get a lot of questions. I get questions every day.
That's
When's the
why I try to
album
keep
coming
them
out?
short.
When's the album coming out? And you know, it'll come out
When you're fucking done
when
with
it's
it, right?
done, when it's ready.
When
I
it's
don't mean to
ready.
be a dick about that. It's
No.
like, dude, if we love you all for the support, if it was out, do you think we would keep you in the dark?
Savage Side fans can relate to that.
You know what I mean?
understand.
So we're gonna tell you as soon as it's out, as soon as we know what's up. We're gonna be shooting music videos. You know, we're
Nice.
not fucking around here, and you guys
Excuse
aren't fucking around either. So you know, just keep the love, be patient with us, and we're gonna rock your fucking world.
Nice. Okay, one last question. I noticed you guys are listed as unsigned. Is that still true?
Yeah, and you know what? Unless somebody comes with it,
Yeah.
we don't care.
Okay.
We can
Good.
do this on our own.
Yeah,
we can do
especially
this
now with
the
MySpace and
fans,
Facebook
not on our
and
own. It's the
fans, yeah.
fans. It's the support system that this band has behind it. It's not something that dies easily. You know, I mean,
Especially
look at
not in metal.
Ivan.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
that is a big pair of shoes to fill,
Yeah.
and people are still coming out
Oh yeah.
in massive support.
Well, you guys fucking rock, and you created an instrument for God's sake.
Well, you know,
That is so fucking cool.
yeah, it is.
I wish I could create an instrument.
You
Shit.
can. You can. We believe in
Mine
you.
would be an instrument of torture, though.
Hey, that's good.
All right, we are all done. Thank you very much